What's up everybody, this is Scott and welcome back to another video. Well, I love headphones and everybody knows that, but I've never actually owned a pair of monitoring headphones. So I had a company reach out to me, Aiko, that said they made some really great monitoring earphones. And honestly, I've never really tried any pair before, so I thought, why not, let's give these a shot. Huge shout out to Aiko for sending these over because I'm gonna tell you, I absolutely fell in love with them day one when I put them in my ears. Today's video is about the Aiko OH1 Meteor earphones. So right out of the gate, I gotta get this for you. I am a very novice audiophile, probably not really even an audiophile. I just love music, I love sound, I love all things like that. So I'm just getting involved into the whole in-ear monitoring arena, I suppose you could say. There is a lot that I still need to learn, so I'm gonna give you my point of view on these particular ones as this is my very first pair. So the design and feel, they're actually pretty minimalistic when they came in the box. They came with this nice little carrying pouch, which is really nice and soft. They also came with 6 different types of tips. You can just switch and flop them out. Amazon has a ton of them that you can choose from. I just used the medium size that came right out of the box. They have this look that looks like a shark tooth that's just a really interesting metal like pressed pattern on the outside. They are a full metal alloy, and I was kind of worried about ear fatigue because they were metal. I wondered if they were going to be really heavy. Nice to report there is no ear fatigue for me. They were made of a really super like aluminum or air grade, whatever you want to call it. Long story short, they're metal and they're light and they just feel amazing when they're in my ear. I wore them for multiple hours, multiple times, upwards of 4 to 5 hours at a time, and I never had any ear fatigue at all. So these are in-ear monitors, of course. No one really cares about the look, I suppose, and the comfort. Well, I guess you kind of do if you're wearing them for long hours of time, but how do they sound? So they have dual drivers. The OH1s are comfortable with high frequency and ultra high frequency. They have a 10mm polymer titanium diaphragm dynamic to create transient and dynamic sound. Let me just go ahead and tell you this much. I am just barely scratching the surface in terms of what that means to me. To me, what does it mean? The sound that you get in these particular earphones are super crisp, super clean, and nothing seems to kind of outshine one or the other. That includes lows, mediums, and highs. I'm going to talk about each of those 3 differently. I use these to listen to podcasts, to edit YouTube videos. As a matter of fact, I'm probably wearing them right now to edit this YouTube video. All genres of music, because I love all music, and it never missed a beat. The lows, they were nice and firm, not overpowering. They did not muddy any of the mids or the highs at all. The bass is there, but it's a natural sounding bass, which I really didn't necessarily know that I would like because I like a lot of music that has a little bit of bass to it. But this was nothing overpowering and it just sounded natural when I was listening to the bass. It was amazing. It did not feel forced at all in terms of the bass, which is nice because you get those Beats by Dre. They just overpower you and muddy everything up. But this is not one of those cases. It mixes with the mids and the highs perfectly for a nice and balanced sound. As for the mids, they are super crisp, super clean, and just even throughout everything. It is a perfectly matched sound with the bass, the mids, and the highs. They make the whole music experience just sound completely amazing. It sounds like nothing from the outside world is getting in there at all, and you hear the music and the words and the vocals and the mids and the highs exactly as they're intended to be, which is quite a bit of an experience. I wasn't sure what to expect because of a company I've never heard of. First time ever trying in-ear monitors. They just really surprised me on how good they were. One thing I always worried about the highs was like, are they bright? Are they tingy? Are they just too much and piercing? No, none of that was the case with those. They were just balanced perfectly with the mids. And at times, if you get like a really like particular guitar part where they can kind of pierce you with some guitars, that was the only time where it borderline like, oh, okay, maybe I should turn this down a little bit. But that wasn't the case. The highs were a perfect blend. So overall, I absolutely loved the sound quality that came out of these. They do get loud, which is great. I can block out the outside world. It gave me the depth of the music that I was looking for, and I was pleasantly surprised by these in-ear monitoring earphones. I absolutely love the idea of where I'm going with these. So how about the price perspective? Some of the other in-ear monitoring earphones that I've looked at are several hundred of dollars, $500–600 in some cases. These are I guess a great deal when I look and compare them to other ones for 140 bucks. I would hands down recommend these every single time. If you are looking to get into the in-ear monitoring game, start here. You fall in love with basically the music all over again because of the sound that you get out of these. Absolutely loved them, cannot recommend them enough. affiliate link in the description below. Go out and buy them. If you love music, you absolutely want a pair of these. So that's it. That's all I have. Go out and buy them because they're super freaking awesome. And as always, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment below, and we will see you next time.